For the San Jose State University. On defense, sitting out the leads with Evan Cole. Starting in for the Spartans, Nick Jeffness.
Welcome back into Washington.
And now time for your Eastern Washington University Stars. Runway number 4, Reed.
Welcome, EW fans.
We'll get this down eventually, guys. Friends and family, welcome to the Eastern Washington University Recreation Center. And a tough start there for Austin Kirby in net for the Eagles. My name's Tyler Pisani, joined as always by Gary Allen. A heck of a game last night, my friend. Holy cow.
Oh, it was a tremendous hockey game. I was impressed with both squads, but especially with Eastern on how they really formed, especially in that third period. They went into a defensive style format, but they did a nice job of also breaking out on offense. So you called that yesterday, Tyler.
We'll see if we see the same thing today. A little bit of a lineup change for the Eagles. We'll cover that in the next break here. But interestingly, the Spartans starting Nick Cheklenis again. He was an absolute brick wall last night and definitely earned the start again today. But after the chippiness that we saw yesterday, it'll be interesting to see how that plays into this game.
Well, I think you're going to have to start him. As you said, he was a wall for San Jose State, and why not? I mean, you know, if something happens, it happens. But he played so well along with Carew that it was a goaltending show yesterday.
Well, absolutely. And a look at our lineup today. Up front, Kaiser, Best, and Lusk for the Eagles. Flood, Smith, and Hofacker on the second line, followed by Cortez, Thompson, and Stevenson, with Ryan Carew rounding out the forwards. On defense, Dinwoody and Florco, Tierney and Cheney, and a new player, Chalner and Eriks, round out the defense. And in goal tonight, making his return to the Eastern Washington Eagles, none other than Mr. Austin frickin' Kirby, Gary.
It's good seeing him. It really is. I hope he has a good year this year for Eastern.
He started off already, has one save in the books. That's always the toughest one to get, is that very first save. Get yourself in a rhythm. That one just wide of the net. And Flood going to chase it into the corner, but here comes San Jose State in those gold and blue uniforms across the blue line. And now heading back the other way. San Jose State with it in front of their own net. Cole going to pick it up on the low wall, sending that one across. There to pick it up is Castellanos. This puck fed out into the center. Cole going to pick it up on the far side, lays it down back behind the runner, and Eriks for Eastern Washington there to pick it up. Surveys the ice, tipped, and sent sputtering into the San Jose State end of the ice.
I'll tell you, the kid that had an outstanding game last night besides Best and Wells was Lusk. Joe Lusk had one outstanding hockey game yesterday. He threw the body really well, played offense really well. He stood out for me.
He absolutely did. Nice to see him out there. Lots of new Eagles making some impressions last night, Gary.
Oh, there was a ton of them. In fact, every one of the new players blended extremely well with the veterans. That's why they did so well yesterday.
The takeaway here by Thompson. He's going to look for a shot. Tried to get it to the slot. Couldn't. And then Wyatt Stevenson, he was sent to the locker room early in the first period yesterday after a bouncing puck now in front of the net. This one wide of the goal, but he was sent to the locker room after an incident with the San Jose State netminder. And a shot from the slot, or from the point there in front of the Eastern Washington bench. And that's going to put San Jose State up early in this one, Gary.
I think Kirby was partially screened on that one because the way he reacted to it, he started to move toward the puck, then it looked like he couldn't figure out where it was, and then it was in the net. So I think, unfortunately, there was too many players in front of him. But I think he'll be fine once he settles in. Like you said, that first save he did helped him with his nerves. He'll be fine for Eastern. But, yeah, it will be interesting to see if there's any retaliation with Stevenson and the netminder from yesterday. That was a pretty ugly skirmish they had yesterday.
It was, and it seemed to spill over for the rest of the game, even after the game a little bit.
As you and I well know about that.
Yes. Puck back out front, up to the top again. Sent in. We'll get that goal scorer for you here momentarily. Had a chance to talk with Reed Kaiser after the game at Barrel House last night. He was frustrated, to say the least, after his performance last night. Had so many opportunities and Czech Lennis shut him down every time. Here's an opportunity on the right side. This time, Czech Lennis hugging that near post. Kaiser just putting that in there, hoping for a good bounce that time.
Well, also talking to Reed, he admitted that maybe he's doing too many moves, one too many, that he thought that if he toned that down, that would have helped yesterday on a couple breakaways. He got too fancy with himself. So we'll see if he actually has changed. But that kid's so accurate. It's unbelievable how the goaltender stopped him yesterday.
Had a fight for the puck down there in the corner. That goal officially coming 3 minutes, 29 seconds of the opening period from Donovan Garcia, assisted by Jaden Navarrete. Garcia, we said his name quite a bit last night, Gary.
We said his name a ton last night.
Chance there for Flood and into the net, or into the glove of Czech Lennis.
Castellano was another one that we said his name all over the place. Those guys, I don't know if they really had a break yesterday, but well, I'm looking forward to Eastern tonight to see if they can pick up where they left off yesterday. Defensively, they played really stout, and offensively, they were tremendous. And I want to see if they will adjust a little bit to see if they can break open a little bit, especially in that neutral zone against San Jose State.
Now a chance for Eastern Washington, heading back the other way. Smith going to fire that from the neutral zone, kicked away to the far side by Czech Lennis. Hofacker making his presence felt on the far side. And they're going to say that came hand pass, in fact. So we'll move this action back out into the neutral zone in front of the San Jose State bench with 15:06 left to play. 7 shots already in just about 5 minutes of action.
Well, again, both teams are counting on their offense to take over the game and their speed. Both teams are very quick, and so we'll see how it pans out for both squads if they continue with what they're doing or if they change it a little bit defensively.
When we mentioned it yesterday, both of these teams extremely quick. I think even with that, San Jose State might have that stick got tied up there. No call coming. Dinwiddie now pinned up against the boards. But I think San Jose State might have a slight edge in the speed department, which is why we saw some of those hooking and tripping penalties from the Eagles yesterday. So they'll have to do a better job today of containing that breakout from San Jose State. And running into each other there in the defensive end is not a great start to that.
Well, I think that comes in the neutral zone. If Eastern can clog that up a little bit, they'll counteract any kind of speed advantage San Jose has on them. But it's pretty close, and it looks like Eastern's starting to take the body early. And they didn't do that yesterday, so it'll be interesting how that pans out for them.
It's great to see Austin Kirby, and it looks like a delayed call coming against San Jose State as they touch it up. But great to see Austin Kirby didn't lose any of that lateral movement, going from post to post there, still able to see what's going on behind him.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I don't know how many people knew this, but Austin decided to change hands after a couple years off with Eastern. He decided to go be a left-hander, and when I was talking to him about that, he said, why not? He goes, he had confidence with his right hand catching. So, but you're right, his lateral movement looks like he's getting it back as he had before.
Now an opportunity for the Eagles on the power play is as going to take a 2-minute break is Felipe Castellanos. Every goal last night, all 5 of them coming on the special teams. 4 power play goals, 2 for each team, and a shorthanded goal by Eastern Washington. Now a chance for the Eagles to get on the board here and even this one up. On the far side is Best. He had 2 last night. That one just out of the reach of Florco. He's going to take it back towards his own end. Push that ahead. 1.5 minutes left to go in this power play. This one off the wall. Couple of Eagles looking around. Best there to pick it up. Takes that shot wide right of the net all the way over to Paxton Dinwiddie on the far side. Pax with it. Thinks about the shot. Decides better of it. Looking to get it up to Florco on the top right. Instead, that shot taken, bounces off the wall. We saw a couple of those crazy bounces yesterday. We even saw a goal called off as the puck bounced off of that end wall and then off of Czech Lennis and into the net yesterday. Today, much luckier, able to easily hold on to that one with 1:10 left on the power play.
I think that's the only time Castellanos takes a break is when he gets called for a penalty, because usually he's always on the ice with Garcia.
So officially, Castellanos checking from behind was his minor penalty. Shot right out front, just past the stick of Sean Smith, looking to deflect that in. Now San Jose State heading the other way. Roth, heavy pressure there on Chalner. This one ahead to Flood, touched up, but still to a San Jose stick. Off the back wall, Kirby going to wisely play that soft to his own man. Now near side again, just out of the reach of Smith, but there to clean it up was Flood. Flood back with it again. Easy touch off. Now back down low. That one chopped up and over the net by Smith. And a big hit down in the corner. As moving through the neutral zone now is Roth. Roth going to fire that shot. Blocker down by Kirby. Eastern Washington with 10 seconds left on the power play looks a little bit discombobulated, we'll say, Gary.
Well, they're definitely not, and that's what I was noticing with them. And I'm not seeing San Jose State doing anything different. They're running a 1-3 on the penalty kill, but Eastern's not using their speed like they did yesterday in the opening period. They seem to be more tentative, and that could be where you're talking about that a little disjointed, because they're definitely not using their speed like they did.
So we'll see how that plays out for the rest of the game. Still early. 11:45 left in this opening period. Thompson and Parsons. A little bit of shoving match in neutral ice. Puck sent back behind the behind the San Jose State net. And you can see Eastern Washington really playing that body on just about every opportunity they can. And what a save there by Kirby. A nice tip by the Spartan player coming down the left side.
Yeah, it took a strange angle on Kirby, and he stuck with the puck really well. But I think you hit it on the head right there. Right now, Eastern seems to be just a tad bit tentative on do they want to attack or do they want to go more defensive mode. So it will be interesting to see how they will adjust to this.
Well, one guy that's always looking to attack is Kaiser. He passes that off. Shot taken off of the post. Clang of a player's nightmare there. Tipped again right out front. As Lusk really working to try and earn a goal here for the Eagles and level this one up. Kaiser now behind the net. Thinks about the Michigan again and tries to turn it around. Now plays it off to his own man. Nice easy touch. Back to Kaiser from Lusk. And that one again off the post. Touched up out front by Best. Check Leonard there to keep it out of the back of the net. Lusk again, near side to Kaiser. Kaiser thinks about turning on the Jets, loses his feet, but somehow sticks with the puck. Finally loses it, and now Rossi for the Spartans comes away with it. Kaiser gets it back, trying to pick his spot. Bouncing puck out front, lifted back towards Kaiser at the top of the circle. As Florco able to keep it in. Lusk sent into the wall by Rossi. Eastern Washington peppering the netminder. This time deflected before it got there by Rossi. And now finally able to get it out of their end are San Jose State. And Kaiser unhappy with that. Makes the player pay. And now here come the Eagles the other direction. Florco over to Best. Best across the blue line. Takes his shot, deflected up into the glass. Couple players come together behind the goal, and wisely covering that up is Czech Lennis, giving his team a chance to get maybe some fresh skates out on the ice.
I did find out yesterday why they waved off that one Eastern goal, because I was listening to Les talk about it, who's the one that actually got it. He said, but the referee said that the net came off his more just slightly and it went underneath there. He wasn't that unhappy with it. And it's too bad he didn't get it because he worked extremely hard for that shot. So that's what happened with that one, because we were baffled by why they called it off.
I'm glad that you were able to get the story. I tried to talk to the officials before the game, which obviously is a no-no, but I really wanted to know. And they kind of stonewalled me. A big hit there as soon as he got rid of the puck on Smith. That one squirts out of the zone. Tierney with it. He's going to go near side to Cheney. Cheney ahead to Smith. And they're going to call that one icing. That's a very odd thing to say, Cheney to Smith, and not have it be Shane Smith. Instead, it's Sean Smith. Shane and Asa tended to be kind of that dynamic duo out there on the ice, and it seems like Sean has stepped right into Shane's
Yeah, actually,
Shane
they were
Skates.
talking about it yesterday at the Barrel House also. How funny it was. They were hoping to get the number the same so they could have Smith on the back bar for the 8 years. But
And another dive there by the Eagles as we were talking about him. Sean Smith using his body to block that puck. And that's something I noticed about him yesterday as well. He's not afraid to throw his body around out there, be it at another player or at the puck.
and we picked that up out of all the Eastern players. They didn't care. Every one of them would dive in front of the puck if they had to, which was good to see because that helped quite a bit yesterday.
San Jose State again with the puck on the offensive side. And it seems like this game, Gary, going to be streaky like it was yesterday. Lots of play in the attacking zones, extended possessions.
Well, it looks like San Jose State, they're coming out. They're a little crisper than Eastern right now, as I don't know if it's a feeling out period for Eastern, but they've changed their style a tad bit. They're definitely not counting on their speed like they did yesterday.
And Kirby going to cover that one up. 8:16 left to play in this opening period. The Eagles coming into the game 1-0 after the win last night. San Jose State still looking for their first win of the season, but as much as I want to see this team, great group of guys, get their first win, I'm hoping that it's not tonight.
Yeah.
But I do expect them to be a force to be reckoned with in the Pac-8 this year.
Yeah, I don't think they could be taken lightly by anybody because they are actually a pretty solid hockey club, even though they lost to Cal. They're a fine unit. They'll have a good year this year.
This one off the wall, stretch pass ahead to Stevenson. Stevenson shrugs off the check. Fighting for it down on the low wall with Cortez. And now here comes San Jose State the other direction. As Thompson lays the body, almost gets the puck back, but now with it is Castellanos. He's put into the boards now by Eriks, and coming away with the puck is Eastern Washington. Touched up out into the neutral zone, a swing and a miss by Navarrete, who has an assist already tonight. Puck across to Florco. Push slightly ahead. Defending off a couple of hits is Lusk. And now bringing it down the right side is Chalner. Off of the lifted skate of a Spartan there. Bounces right back to him. Kaiser somehow coming away with that puck. Thinks about it. Back skates. Makes one man miss. Skating around the whole zone. Tries to put that one in just wide of the net. And now San Jose State coming the other way. Arquero has to get past Dinwiddie. And instead it's Kaiser that knocks him off the puck. Kaiser now looking to go the full sheet of the ice across the red line, across the blue line on the left side. Brings it out to the center. Takes a shot, fires just wide of the net. Best with it now. He pushes it across the ice. Nobody there in a black uniform, so here come the Spartans. They gain the blue line, tipped up right into the midsection of Austin Kirby with 6:14 left to play.
I have noticed one thing about Reed Kaiser tonight, and I started to notice yesterday is that like I wish he would now start zeroing in on some of his like Lusk or Best because they're in the open, and so it may be time for him to start looking at dropping the puck off to them and trying to get a one-timer back to him rather than stick handing around everybody because he's talented enough to do that.
Now here's an opportunity for Sean Smith, and way out of his net comes Czech Lennis, and he sends that one back into his own bench, I think.
Well, he wanted to make sure nobody played the puck on that one.
Yes, he did.
But that Lusk, Best, and Reed line, that's a solid unit. And once they get used to playing with each other and feed off each other, because they have some openings, they just got to get the player to the puck that's open.
And now an opportunity for him again. A shot from the far side by Flood. And again into that logo on the chest of Czech Lennis. I assume that they're wearing the yellows today because his logo was worn out from yesterday.
I don't know. They peppered him with a lot of shots, but Czech Lennis is picking up where he left off yesterday.
No, absolutely. And we were talking about Austin Kirby's lateral movement. Again, off of the post. Eastern Washington officially winning the 3-post game tonight. Unfortunately, that's not going to show up in the standings.
Well, the post is definitely Czech Lennis' friend right now.
It is. As I was saying, we were talking about the lateral movement of Kirby. Here comes Hofacker trying to slide it in that near post. Czech Lennis is one of the better lateral goalies that I've seen in the Pac-8 in recent times. He really does go post to post almost seamlessly.
And has an outstanding glove hand, too. So if you're going to beat him, And Eastern was trying to go high on him yesterday, so I don't know if they picked something up or not, but he does move well left to right, and his glove hand is real solid.
Bouncing puck off to the far side, into the neutral zone, pushed ahead to Zlochevsky. Zlochevsky down behind the net, tries to put that one out front and not able to make clean contact with it. This one taken off of the stick of a Spartan. Here comes Thompson. He's got a man in the middle, decides to take that shot high off the glass behind the net. Stevenson back out there. He makes one Spartan end up on the ice, and I'm not... They're going to call him for a slash there, I believe.
It's an interesting call.
Yes. So Eastern Washington going to head to the penalty kill. 14:29 of this first period as Wyatt Stevenson going to take a 2-minute seat for slashing. Garcia now fires that one in. He's got the first goal of the night. He's looking to make it happen again. Fires it down low, this time across the crease. Bounces all the way up top. Cole now back to Garcia. And a chance now for Reed Kaiser as he's going to take it down the ice. He's got to get past Cole. He does. And actually Cole just barely with the skinny toe end of the stick, able to poke that away. Now heading back the other way was Arquero as he puts that one into the midsection of Austin Kirby.
But that was a nice play by Cole. He had an idea that Kaiser was going to try to deke him, and you're right, it was at the very end of his stick, but that was a nice play by him. If not, Kaiser's wide open on the breakaway. But one thing I've noticed, San Jose State's playing like they did yesterday. They're using their speed, and Eastern's using more of a body tonight that they did yesterday, and they're not relying on their speed so much as they did yesterday.
Yeah, that's definitely true, and you see it again there as Hofacker puts Roth into the boards. 1:13 left on the penalty kill for the Eagles. Hofacker now again putting Roth into the boards. This one's sent along the runner, and Hofacker going to try and give chase. Out behind his net is Czech Lennis. Mishandled puck, shot on net by Hofacker. Nobody else in a black uniform anywhere near the goal at that moment, but Flood comes in, picks it up. Now he's got to battle 3 different Spartans in the corner. 45 seconds left on the power play, and Hofacker just eating up the San Jose State defenders as they're trying to break out of their zone. He's making it dang near impossible for him there.
Well, what makes Hofacker so efficient is, 1, he likes to hit people. 2, he's built like a tank. And 3, he has a lot of speed, and he's offensive minded. And he'll run you over just to get to the puck, and that's his style of game. And he's good at it.
Fighting for the puck behind the San Jose State net is Lusk. But here come the Spartans. They've got numbers for 25 more seconds. This one slapped out, just out into the neutral zone. A chop by Smith and a big hit. Shot taken again into that logo by Joel Lusk. 14 seconds left to go on Stevenson's minor penalty for slashing.
I'm just sitting there and thinking what you said about how they wore out the logo yesterday. I think they're trying to do it with this new jersey also, because they're hitting them again right in the – they're going up on him to see if they could get by him. But they are hitting his logo again.
Dinwoody going to have to chase. He gets down on one knee, shot fired across the crease. Bounces all the way back into the San Jose State end of the ice. Spartans able to clear it. This one sent all the way back to the Eastern Washington end of the ice. Played off the wall to Stevenson, who's out of the box.
I don't know if you picked this up, but Wyatt Stevenson is a bit more feisty this year than he was last year. I mean, he is definitely making himself known.
Pad save there by Kirby. He most definitely is. And now here comes Smith on the right side. He's got Stevenson out front. And instead, he opts to take that shot off the glass. Back to Cheney. He's going to try and poke that ahead. Can't get it any further than the San Jose State forward. Now Cortez tries to backhand that into the neutral zone. They're going to say it stayed on top of that blue line. Shot taken into the leg pads by Kirby. 2:38 left to play in this first period.
And that was an extreme heads-up play by Kirby because he was sliding over and the puck changed direction on him because it did hit someone in the leg. Nice job of him sticking with the puck. But he's having a solid game tonight. You know, that one went in, but he was screened. There's no question about that in my mind. He's having a good game.
2.5 left to play in this opening period. Back to full-strength hockey. Stevenson going to walk his way straight through the San Jose State defense. Chalner with it on the right side. Going to rim it around. Spartans the first ones there to pick it up. The backhanded, we'll call that a shot by Cortez, more of a slap away from the stick, but it'll count as a shot on the score sheet. So 2:13 left in this opening period. San Jose State on top for the first time in this series. An early goal scored by Donovan Garcia, the only tally in this game so far. Back behind the net is Smith. Smith near side to Kaiser. Kaiser trying to get it in, and somehow Czech Lennis shuts the door again. An absolutely phenomenal performance there by Czech Lennis. Zlochevsky puts that in. Kaiser now with it, picks it up, has it knocked off of his stick by Ewell. Cole going to give chase. Back out into the corner. Now on the far side, picking it up is Navarrete.
It's definitely a slower game today than yesterday. There's no question about that. And I think that comes to how Eastern is playing this opening period. They're definitely going more toward the body, the more physicality of the game than their speed. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments they make for the second period.
Well, it definitely seems like you've mentioned it, made a decision to be more physical and not let San Jose State take advantage of their speed. And as I say that, here they come the other direction. Castellanos on the left side. He's knocked off of the puck by Florco. Waiting in front of the net was Castellanos. He's going to have to chase it to the near side. It's one off the wall. Back to Castellanos again. Garcia puts that towards the net, but has it chopped back behind the cage. Final minute of this opening period. Garcia up top. Now near side to Kaiser. And a backhand slap by Garcia stops that offensive rush in its tracks. Best with it on the right side. He's got Kaiser out front. Kaiser's going to go back behind the net to pick it up. And that just barely squirts into the neutral zone. Dinwiddie to the far side to Florco. Florco chops it in, lets his guys get back across that blue line. Florco now winds up, fires a shot, deflected into the corner by the Spartans. And now here they come the other way. Could have been a big open ice hit there. This one kicked away by Kirby. Final 20 seconds now of this opening frame. San Jose State looking to get one more before they head to the locker room. Kaiser wisely dumps that down. And that'll be a hand pass, as breaking it up was Rossi before Flood could get to it. But if Flood would have been able to get his twig to that puck, Gary, I think he might have been all alone with Czech Lennis.
Oh, absolutely. No question about that. Flood knew what he wanted to do. It's just San Jose Spartan ran interference on him. One thing I'm real happy to see is Florco picking up right where he left off last year. That kid's a solid hockey player.
Cheney puts that in. Final seconds of this period. It looks like San Jose State going to take their first lead of the weekend into the locker room here at the URC. Eastern Washington out shooting the Spartans 14-12. We'll see what happens in the final 40 minutes here in Cheney. We'll be back in 18. You're watching Eastern Washington University men's hockey. Friends and family, welcome back to the Eastern Washington University Recreation Center, where we've got a doozy of a game. The San Jose State University Spartans lead the Eastern Washington Eagles by a score of a 1-0 through the first 20 minutes. This game ended 3-2 last night. My name is Tyler Pisani, joined as always by Gary Allen. And Gary, what are you expecting in this second period? Always seems to be a tough one in this building with a long change.
It is. What I'm hoping to see Eastern decided to do one of their adjustments, go back to how they played yesterday in the sense that they used their speed heavily, which nullified San Jose State quite a bit. Eastern kind of went more of a defensive body checking mode this time. They seemed a bit disjointed, like we talked about in between periods. And I was talking to the San Jose State fan club that's here, and there's several players or people here from there, and they noticed that also. They thought Eastern slowed down compared to yesterday, and so I'm hoping Eastern decides to, well, we're going to go back, open it up, because if they do, they'll give San Jose everything they want. But that's what I'm looking for, see that kind of adjustment. I don't think San Jose State's going to make any adjustment. They're playing as well as they did last night, and they're moving really well. So we'll see what adjustments the coaching staff from Eastern decided to do.
Well, they've got 40 minutes to figure it out. In net for the Spartans is Czech Lennis, who was absolutely phenomenal last night. Same way tonight. In net for the Eagles, Austin Kirby. Took a couple years away from the team, but he is back and doing fantastic. 11 saves in that first period, but we are back underway here at the Eastern Washington University Recreation Center. And Florko with it. He's going to go to the far side. Dinwoody pushes it up the ice to Kaiser. He can't get a handle on it. This one out into the neutral zone. Coming away with it are the Spartans. Holding off on that one was Roth. Roth still with it, fighting it all the way out into the corner. Now with it is Dysart. He has it taken away by Lusk. And now Lusk going to draw that hooking minor and give Eastern Washington their second opportunity on the power play. As we talked about, all of the goals scored on special teams yesterday, Gary.
Well, we noticed from yesterday Lusk how well he plays, and that was purely on him. He wasn't going to slow down. He had the San Jose Spartan player beat. That was the only thing he could have done was hook him. But Lusk has really impressed me the last 2 days. He's an outstanding hockey player.
The official goal call, or the official penalty there, 45 seconds of the first period. Christopher Dysart, the captain, going to take a 2-minute seat for hooking Eastern Washington on the power play. And I had a chance to talk to Sean Smith's dad in the intermission. Lusk and him grew up playing together. They had a chance to come here together, which is phenomenal. But he was talking to me about watching Lusk play, and he's not normally a physical guy. Best there, a backhanded shot just wide of the net. But Lusk typically doesn't play physical, is what he said. The brand new Lusk out here in Cheney, Washington.
That is very interesting, because it looked like I picked it up. Well, we all both did at the red-white game. Is like he looked like he had a fiery streak. So that does set me back a little bit, because it looks like that's his style of play.
So we'll have to watch him, see what we learn from there. But here's Kaiser on the left side. Turn around, spin a Rooney there, backhanded into the leg pads of Czech Lennis. Again, keeps Kaiser out of the back of the net.
Whatever Lusk decided to do, I really like his style of play, so I hope he keeps it up all season, because he's playing really well.
Bringing it through the center of the zone is Florko. He's knocked off the puck, laid back to Flood. Now Kaiser on the far side. Kaiser spins around, trying to beat the defense, looking for that pass, can't make it. Finally back to Kaiser. Calling for it near side is Tierney. He's going to fire a shot off of the midsection of DeLees. Back up top to Tierney. Tierney thinking about it again. That one off of the sliding leg of Arquero. Eastern Washington able to get a big change on. And back to full strength are the Spartans.
But that was good to see Turney and Florco play together because they're Turney's new, and I'm glad to see him out here tonight. That's a nice pairing.
Tierney going to give chase back on that puck. And spinning and sending that out is Chalner. Chalner with it again, off of the wall, bounces straight down. Chalner again throwing his body around. It's nice to see the new Eagles fitting right in with the game plan here. Tipped out front, turned away by Kirby. Chalner's now trying to get it out. Now it's a 2-on-1 opportunity for Eastern Washington. Shot taken wide of the net. Delayed penalty coming against the Spartans. Zlochevsky has no idea. He's going to fight for that puck. And as soon as he touches it, it's blown dead. Eastern Washington going to head it back onto the power play. As Kevin Cole going to head to the box. 2 minutes for a slash. This penalty coming 3 minutes, 46 seconds of this second period. Again, Cole for a slash.
And I think what you saw on there now, Eastern's used their speed on that one. And rather than the San Jose Spartan player can keep up with them, they had to slash him. But again, it goes back to Eastern using their speed.
Florco to the far side to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie bouncing around. Near side now, back behind the net, back up top to Florco. Couple of strides, tries to put that on net, and here comes San Jose State the other direction. Knocked off of the stick of Castellanos, and the Eagles now gain the blue line. Shot taken by Kaiser, deflected to Best on the left side. He's going to juggle it for a second, settles it down, now back to the stick of Lusk. Up top to Florco, back to Lusk. Lusk across the zone, off the wall as Kaiser thinks about the one-timer. Instead, corrals the puck. This one right out front to Dinwiddie, who now has to hustle back on defense. Florco going to slow down Garcia, and they're going to get him for an interference, I think. And that is what it is. Yeah. It's a little hard to tell up here sometimes if the official is calling for a slash or an interference. That time, an interference, 4 minutes, 36 seconds into this second period, as Florco going to take 2 minutes for interference. Back to 4-on-4 hockey here for the next minute and 10 seconds. Face-off won by the Spartans. So one sent across the zone. Kirby having to go left to right, and he does exactly that. We talked about his lateral movement, and there it was on display. 1 minute left on the minor penalty to Kevin Cole. When he exits the box, the Spartans will have 50 seconds of power play time. But right now, lots of open ice as 4-on-4 hockey. Sent back up to Navarrete at the blue line. Eastern Washington coming away with it is Tierney. Flood tries to get it over the stick of the Spartan on the far side, can't. And Zlochevsky on the far side now. He's going to go near side to Navarrete. Bouncing puck out front. Several Eagles diving for it. And it's a Spartan that's able to find the handle on the puck first. And he's going to poke it in past Kirby as the Spartans double up their lead in a 4-on-4 situation.
But again, on that one, it's almost like the first one is like there was so much traffic in front of Kirby. I don't think he could pick it up quick enough because of the glob of players basically that were in front of him. But you give San Jose State credit; they didn't quit, they didn't give up, they just kept charging on it. So, kudos to them.
Another special teams goal here this weekend. That makes 6 of the 7.
Well, I truly believe Eastern's going to have to open it up. They're going to have to go back and just say the heck with the defensive style and go straight offense again.
19 seconds left on the minor penalty for the Spartans. This one bounces up ahead to Garcia. Garcia knocked a little wide by Dinwiddie. He looks to go with a wraparound on that far post, and there's the leg pads of Austin Kirby, who's lost his stick. And we'll have an icing as Kirby picks up his stick on the far side. 3 seconds left on the penalty for the Spartans. They'll come out and have 50 seconds of power play opportunity with Florco sitting in the box.
Well, you were talking about Kirby's lateral movement. He just demonstrated it there. That was a nice job by him going from left to right to stop that wraparound attempt by the Spartans.
It looks like Castellanos and Smith having a couple of words there before the puck dropped. Giving chase as Lusk, but there first as Cole. Cole's going to backhand it out into the neutral zone. Eastern Washington on the penalty kill now. That one goes 5-hole on Austin Kirby. Diving into the net was Dinwiddie.
Now that one Austin would want back. That one he just got caught off guard. I don't think he thought the Spartan was going to shoot it at that time. So that's the one he would like to see come back.
That goal coming 6:03 of the second period. We'll get the official goal scorers here in just a moment. That last goal for the Spartans scored by Zlovcheski, with the assists going to Roth and Navarrete, his second of the game. And we'll get the latest goal here for you momentarily. But right now, Eastern Washington, a big hill to climb. In the final 33 minutes of this game. Bring it down the left side there was Lusk. And that latest goal officially coming 6:03 of the second period. Felipe Castellanos unassisted. This one squirts into the neutral zone where Eriks holds on to it. Near side where DeLees picks it up. San Jose slowing this game down a little bit, maintaining possession in their own end. And now with the breakout, parallel to the blue line. Now bringing it near side is Lovcheski. The captain, Dysart, feeds that back behind the net. Tie up for the puck along the boards. A couple of Spartans, a couple of Eagles. And coming away with it are the Spartans, at least for a moment, as Dysart. So back out into the neutral zone, and now giving chase all the way into his own end is DeLees. Eastern not able to keep that one in. Dysart on the right side. He's going to fire that blocker straight down by Kirby. Touched up right at the blue line by Stevenson. Stevie giving chase down into the corner. And a fight for the puck behind the Eastern Washington net. Puck still pinned up against the boards. Looks like it's behind Stevenson's skate. And the officials are going to say that puck is frozen. Let's start with a new faceoff.
Well, I was watching to see how the Spartans were going to play. If they were going to slow down a little bit, see if they can use up some of the clock and go more defensive style. They're not. They're continuing to attack. That's their mindset. They're going to continue with that game. So that was interesting because I really thought they might decide to slow down. Nope, they're not. They're going for it.
Up top to Tierney, now to the far side to Acha. Bouncing out atop the Pac-8 logo. Chop back towards the front of the net. Hofacker fires a shot and smothering it there again is Czech Lennis. Any rebound, and it would have been poked home by Sean Smith. I think Czech Lennis knew that and held on to that for dear life.
As strong as Czech Lennis is playing, the Spartans have got to feel comfortable right now because that kid is, well, you said it in the first period, he's a wall out there for him.
Tierney takes that shot from the near side. Flood with it, trying to pick his spot. And again, somehow Czech Lennis was finding that through traffic, and he almost moved to where Frank was going to put that puck before Frank even wound up.
Yeah, it was interesting. That's how he got around the view because there was a lot of traffic in front of him, and he just kind of slid over to his right a little bit, watching, I think, Flood's shot, and picked it up off of his stick.
So face-off coming to the stick side of Czech Lennis. Eastern Washington with control. Tierney going to fire that out. Kicked away by the Spartans. Right up front is Flood. And again, read through traffic by Czech Lennis. So just past Tierney. Mack gets that back out into the neutral zone. The official doing the Eagles a favor there, holding that one right up at the blue line. Flood goes around the outside of Rossi. Can't get it much deeper into the zone. That one fired off the wall directly to the waiting Czech Lennis. Garcia going to try and use his speed up the right side. Gets around the outside of Kaiser, who loses his stick. And it ends up tumbling down right in front of the net. Another shot off the leg pads of Kirby. Flood now tries to push that ahead. The hip check knocks him off of the puck. He's going to head back to the net. A little slow to head that way is Flood. Kaiser now makes one-man miss. He's going to take on all three of the San Jose State Spartans in the offensive zone. And now this one, a rare rebound opportunity there from Czech Lennis.
Well, hit off of his face mask, and I think that's why it bounced out on him because he didn't have a shot to try to corral it.
The official seeing that, giving him a second to get resetting the net there.
Well, one night surprise besides Lusk changing the style for the Eagles on being more physical is the crowd. The crowd is big again tonight, and I was wondering, since they had a football game earlier, if that wouldn't hurt some of the crowd because, you know, some of them may have had a few adult beverages and couldn't make it. But there's a nice crowd here. The catwalk is filling up a little bit, so that's good to see.
And they're sending a San Jose Spartan to the bench. I don't know why. We'll find out here in just a second. But the Eagles going to get a power play 10 minutes and 9 seconds into this second period. And if Eastern Washington's going to want to make a comeback, you almost feel like they've got to make some noise on this power play.
Well, I'm hoping they attack. I hope they go back to their offensive style from yesterday and just flood Czech Lennis and the Spartans and use their speed that they have.
So Ellis going to take a 2-minute timeout and give Eastern Washington the power play. Florko loses control of that puck. No problems there. Dinwiddie on the far side. Back up top to Dinwiddie. He's going to go near side to Florko off of the skates of Parsons. Off the wall. Florko going to take it. He's got Best in the center. Back behind the net is Kaiser, who's not able to hold on to it. He corrals the puck finally. Brings it all the way through the zone. Leaves it off for Florko. And well read there by Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons didn't get fooled one bit on that. He almost read Reed's mind on that one.
Eastern Washington sending it off of the shin pads of the Spartans on almost every trip down the ice here.
I do like the motion that Eastern's doing. They're doing one-timers, and I think they're trying to disrupt the timing of Czech Lennis on that one.
Florko now down low to Kaiser, back up top to Lusk. I think you're absolutely right, Gary. Back down low to Kaiser. Kaiser looking for that top corner, again off the side of the cage. This one by Florko from up top goes right to the skates of Kaiser. Kaiser back to Lusk, 43 seconds left on the power play. That one top shelf, just a bit too high. Best with it behind the net. He has it deflected off of his stick by DeLees. 32 seconds left on that power play. Near side now. Bouncing puck out front. San Jose State finally able to get it back up to the top of the zone at least. Where they're waiting for it is Florco. Florco still able to keep it in. 10 seconds left on the power play. Best trying to backhand it across to Lusk and can't. A dangerous situation here for Eastern Washington. That dump coming just a couple of seconds later could have been disastrous, but now a chance at that stretch pass. Puck bounces right back to Kaiser. He's got Lusk on the near side. Best in the center. He's going to bring it up the far side. Dodges one hit. Trying to take on the entire defense himself. And a turnover for the Eagles now. The Spartans with numbers if they want them. Can't control the puck as well as they would have hoped. So undeflected. Back up to Cole. He's going to drop it at his stick. And now he's going to play pass with Asa Cheney. Sends it out into the neutral zone. Lusk out there taking a longer shift and giving him a little bit of trouble as Castellanos puts that shot wide of the net. Chance here for Stevenson. He takes that shot and then ends up hard into the boards. He took that from behind. Looks like there's going to be a penalty for a slash here as Stevenson hits that end wall hard. Another power play opportunity for the Eagles. This one 13-13 of the second period. We'll see who it is that gets sent to the box for the slash here. Stevenson still down on the ice back behind the net.
He did run in the boards hard on that one and was full speed when he crashed into the boards. Good to see that he is getting up and skating by himself.
So that's going to be Rossi. Going to take a 2-minute timeout for that slash. And sometimes all you can do on breakaways like that is just disrupt it. The 2-minute penalty is sometimes better than a 1-on-0 with your netminder.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Stevenson would have broke free if he wouldn't have taken him down.
Far side shot taken, bouncing around. Best tripped up by the netminder, diving on the puck. Best going to check on him just to make sure he's okay. Some friendly sportsmanship there.
Oh, that's a classy move, but Best is just such an outstanding hockey player. He really is. But saying that, he will knock you down if he has every opportunity. So
Dinwood, he thinks about it, goes to the far side. Shot taken, bounces out front. Best there again. Jack Lennis leaving a few rebounds in this period, but Eastern Washington not able to come away with anything. It looks like Best now going to head to the box for a hold.
Which is interesting because there was two Spartan players that had Best up against the wall on that one. So that's an interesting call.
This is only Eastern Washington's third penalty of the contest. Coming at 13:36 of the second period. Best for a hold. So now 4-on-4 hockey. Spartans able to take advantage of that. We'll have a minute 35 left of that. Kaiser picks it up. Tries to clear the zone. Can't get it out. And Dysart with it down the wall. Dysart looking to make something happen. He's going to go all the way back up top to Cole. Cole plays with it. Sends it down back to Dysart on the low corner. Dysart put up against the wall hard by Florco. Now some speed for the Eagles. Kaiser has it. Holding up on the line was Lusk. All four Spartans back in their own zone. 54 seconds left on that minor penalty. That'll be a chance for the Eagles to reset here. Hofacker off of the bench hard. And again on that forecheck using his body. He knows his role tonight.
Well, he's been doing that all game. His forecheck's been outstanding. He's been really disrupting the Spartans quite a bit tonight.
That one taken right off of Hofacker's stick by Zlochevsky. And it's Smith in there with his stick, lifting everybody's stick in the neutral zone. Hofacker going to make sure that every single Spartan out there knows that he's on the ice.
Smith and Hofacker are a nice pair, aren't they? They've been playing really well together.
And here they are again. Hofacker on the left side, leaves it off for Smith. Smith looking to find his spot and is absolutely blown up at the near side of the crease.
He was buried on that. So, but again, now you saw there the Spartan player went and made sure that he was okay because it looked like he hit the mooring also, Smith. This is pivotal for Eastern to kill this off. I don't think they want to go down 4-zip, especially the way Guinness is playing. I mean, that kid is on top of his game again.
They've got 18 seconds here. Win the offensive zone face-off, take the shot, immediately back to the hands of the Spartans. There's Stevenson. He's going to send it out around the boards. Navarra with it on the near side. That one touched up and sent in. Out of the box comes Best. And with it is Chalner. Touch back to Eriks. Eriks is going to send it down the boards to Stevenson, actually all the way around now to Chalner. Eriks having to get back on defense and disrupt Arquero, but looks like that's going to lead to another penalty for Eastern Washington as soon as they touch that puck. And we'll see what this one is. And it'll be a hook, which I feel like maybe we could have guessed after that situation. So Eastern Washington, another penalty kill, 16:03 of this second period. As Chalner going to head to the box, get on the score sheet for Eastern Washington for the first time. Not in the area that he wanted.
Well, one thing I've noticed that the Spartans are doing now, they're almost in a zone. They're going 1-2-2, and they're sending their centerman in Eastern zone. And
here comes Kaiser heading the other direction. He's got Best on the near side and sends that one up into the netting.
And doing that style that San Jose is doing, they're slowing Eastern down. I think they must have picked that up from yesterday because they were trying to counteract their speed. And with that 1-2-2 that Spartans are doing, they're really clogging up that neutral zone on it. And Eastern needs to recognize that and start doing some long cross-ice passes, see if they can loosen them up.
Well, 1:41 left on the Spartans power play. Here comes Zlochevsky. Spartans with it again, maintaining some extra possession here as the period winds down. 1:20 left on the power play. Shot from the top of the zone, bounces away. Dinwiddie has it in the corner. He's shielding it. Nobody to shield it from at the moment. Finally comes away with it. Kaiser looking to get around the Spartans' defense. Here he goes again. Between his legs, and it's knocked away. Back out into the corner. And now coming up is Navarre. He's going to circle back towards his own blue line. 50 seconds left on the Spartans' man advantage. Zlochevsky on the low wall. He's put into the glass. Couple of yellow jerseys out front. Eastern Washington doing a good job disrupting the flow. The Spartans still in possession for 30 seconds on the power play. Into the midsection of Kirby, who's going to hold on to that one.
Kirby's reacted really well after that third goal by San Jose because that one he could have held his head down, and now he shook it off, and he's played really well since that goal.
But I think those are always kind of the two opportunities, and here's a chance for Eastern Washington now. Coming down the ice was Lusk, and Asa going to have to give chase. But there's two times I think that are really pivotal for netminders, and it's that first save of the game, and it's the first save after a goal like that.
Yeah, especially on a goal that he'd like to have back. And so he's responded really well from that, and he's playing like he can.
Eagles back to full strength. Cheney on the far side, looking to go through the skates of the Spartan player on the wall there. San Jose State still in control of the puck as Castellanos has it on the far side. That's knocked away. First player there is Garcia. He's going to chase it down the wall. Knocked off of the puck by Smith. And this one pushed ahead with it is Lusk. Near side, he's got Smith. Instead, he's going to leave it trailed. That one kicked by the inside of the leg pads of Czech Lennis. He's using all of his equipment tonight to keep the Eagles out of the net. 1:15 left to play in the second period. Dinwiddie, top of the zone. He's going to play it down low to the far side. Shot taken from there, deflected to Tierney. He's going to take that shot into the legs of the Spartans. And here comes the other way, Codner. He scored a goal last night for San Jose State. Tierney sends that up the wall, but awaiting Rossi there to keep it in for the Spartans. 45 seconds left in this period. Touched up by Lusk. He's going to chase it down into the corner. Knocked off the puck, has his stick tied up at the last second, and a big hit down in the corner by Thompson. And they're going to call him for that one. They're going to get him for boarding.
It's an interesting call again by the official on this. And again, it's a tough job they have, but there's been a couple of them you got to shake your head on. That. I thought that was a nice body check. I really did. So but we're not down there.
Eastern Washington again on the man disadvantage as taking a seat in the 19th minute of this period was Thompson, and shot there shouldered away by Kirby. 21 seconds left in the period. Eastern Washington, barring a San Jose State goal, going to take a penalty kill into that third period, down 3-0. It's going to be a tough ask of the Eagles in that final 20 minutes, but we've seen crazier stuff in this building. That one deflected away. So the Spartans, for the second period in a row, going to take the lead into the locker room, this time scoring 2 goals in this period, taking a 3-0 lead into the break. We'll be back with the final 20 minutes of this exciting Pac-8 ACHA hockey contest in 18 minutes. You're watching Eastern Washington University men's hockey. Friends and family, welcome back to the Eastern Washington University Recreation Center, where we have a 3-0 scoreline in favor of the visiting San Jose State Spartans. Eastern Washington going to start the third period on the penalty kill at minute 27 for a boarding minor to Sam Thompson. Gary, it's been 40 minutes so far. San Jose State, clearly the more put together team so far in this one. Can Eastern come back in this third period? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for Eastern to open it up. Go back to yesterday's style, just free flow, just go for it on offense. They've been real tentative tonight for some reason, and they seem a little bit out of sync. San Jose's doing exactly what they did yesterday. Nice stop by Kirby on that one.
And now chaos in front of the net. Puck right out front, deflected away. 59 seconds left on the penalty kill. Cole able to withstand that hit from Hofacker and keep the puck in the Spartans' possession. Dinwiddie rims that around the boards, going to go to the far side now. San Jose State still able to hold on to it. Garcia with it on the far side. This one back behind the net. Garcia takes the shot wide of the goal mouth. 35 seconds left on this minor penalty. Dinwiddie behind the net, looking to slow it down just slightly. Off the wall, back out into the neutral zone, and the Eagles going to get some fresh skates on the ice with 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Spartans. San Jose matching the line change. This one's going to go all the way down the ice, and they're going to call that icing with 13 seconds left on the power play for San Jose State. Their netminder, Czech Lennis, going to have to look to his right for the face-off, stick side. Won by Eastern Washington. Shot taken by Kaiser right into the logo.
Well, you got to tip your hat to the Spartans on how they're playing tonight, but I think Eastern's just going to have to throw caution to the wind and just open it up. They're going to have to take some chances to see if they can soften up the Spartans' defense at all.
Big hit right in front of us. That puck down around the boards. Eastern Washington back to even strength. 18 and a half minutes to go. Here comes Kaiser. In the center, he's got Lusk. Kaiser takes that shot, deflected away as Lusk plants himself at the top of the crease. Kaiser going to come in, have that one deflected back out into the corner. Roth turns at the blue line. He's going to try and take a shot from the left side. Instead, pushed away by Tierney. Top of the zone, sticked away. Eastern Washington going to head to the box again.
Well, I don't want to say you jinxed them, Tyler, but you know, in the first period you made reference to that was only 3 periods how well they're doing it. Since then, I think they've landed about another 6 or 7 to put them in the box.
Yes.
I'm not totally saying you, but it's like, I don't know, it all of a sudden shifted as soon as you made that comment on it. One thing I would like to see, though, and hopefully that the coaching staff, then they picked it up, is that what San Jose State's done really well, and I think they figured out yesterday, is they're sending everybody to Kaiser. And he's going to have to realize that he has Best and Lusk wide open, because San Jose, they're just playing him now. They're not letting him breathe at all, which leaves the other 2 wide open, and he needs to recognize that and start dishing the puck off a little bit to them.
When you saw that on that last trip down the ice, Lusk was all by himself on the backside. And I don't know if that was a shot on the net or a pass over to him there that got deflected into the glass, but either way, it was maybe half a step too late, but still a young team out here.
Yeah. But San Jose's definitely done that. They've decided, okay, we're going to focus everybody on him and force him to start passing the puck to his teammates. And hopefully Reed's smart enough that he'll recognize that and start pushing it over to him this period. And that's what. And then San Jose's done a nice job. They went to that 1-2-2, and that slowed down Eastern in the neutral zone. So they've done a couple nice little adjustments.
So Eastern again on the penalty kill. 1:30 left on that minor penalty, a hooking minor.
But I think that's where Eastern needs to just say, heck, we're going to go back to yesterday's style and open it wide up.
Big hit down in the corner on Garcia. And again, Eastern Washington throwing that body around on the left side. Now back out front. Slightly mishandled there by Arquero. But could have been dangerous. There he is. Castellano with it again. Back out in front. Now Arquero on the far side. He's going to leave it down low. 3 Spartans back beyond the goal line for a second. Back up top to Cole. He's going to go between the legs. Kicked in the crease. And I'm not sure whose skate that came off of, but definitely off of one of the Spartans. Or I'm sorry, off of one of the skates there. And the Spartans now up 4-0.
And that's one thing Eastern really couldn't afford to do, drop 4-0 on this. Because Jack Menace, the way he's playing right now, it's going to be a real tough uphill battle for him. But Eastern's just going to have to say, the heck with this. We're just going to go for it and start taking some chances. They got the players to do it. They just got to utilize their speed and start doing it.
And the 3rd special teams goal for the Spartans tonight, their 5th on the weekend. Kaiser taking a shot from the right side, a swing and a miss as that goes up the boards. Sliding out into the neutral zone, almost to the other blue line, was Ellis. And we're going to see another Eastern Washington penalty, I believe. Actually, this one going to go against the Spartans. So Eastern may be getting a break here late in this game, but they're going to have to convert on one of these.
Oh, they got to capitalize on this one right now.
3 minutes, 38 seconds. And it'll be DeLees taking a 2-minute timeout. That last goal scored by Felipe Castellanos, unassisted. His second unassisted goal of the contest. Unassisted power play goal, in fact.
That's interesting because I was with you. That went off of somebody's skate.
Florco along the right side, looking for Best out front. Can't find him. This is going to go to the far side. Holding onto that puck was Lusk. Up top to Kaiser. Kaiser off the leg pads through traffic. Back to Kaiser on the right side. Trying to get through traffic again. Bounces out from in front of the net. Kaiser looking for that wraparound. And again, the net knocked off of its mooring on that wraparound. I'm not saying that Czech Lettuce is doing it on purpose, but every time that a player comes around the right side of that goal, it gets knocked off of its moorings. And the same thing happened last night when we saw Carew down there. I don't know if there's something going on with that goal.
We'll have to get the rink manager to take a look at that side of the mooring because that's the only time I've seen it keep popping off.
Florco back out into the neutral zone, trying to hold that in. Smith chops it down into the corner. Back up to Florco in the center of the neutral zone, skating back towards the zone blue line, now to the far side where it's picked up by Tierney. He's going to lay it into Hofacker. Hofacker on the right, or on the left. He's got a couple of players on the right. That one finally squeaks its way in, and Eastern Washington on the board, a power play goal of their own.
But see, again, what worked really well on that one, they were heads up. They were passing the puck extremely well down deep and didn't give Czech Lettuce any time to recover. That was some very nice passing by the Eagles on that one. And that's what you'd expect to see because that's what they were doing yesterday. They did a nice job of moving that puck around on that power play.
And that is Sean Smith's first goal as an Eastern Washington Eagle. Welcome, young man. Your account is now open. And it couldn't have come at a bigger time. If Eastern's going to make this comeback, they're going to have to convert in situations like that.
Well, Hofacker did an outstanding job of using his body, but he kept moving and Flood kept moving, and they kept passing the puck back and forth. And Smith did a nice job of lining himself up for the one-timer down there. That's what Eastern, that's how they got to play this period. If they do, they got a shot.
And the officials actually saying that was Frank Flood, who promised me a goal before the game. So I'm going to say that he's keeping good on his promise there. The assist going to Sean Smith, 4:57 of the third period. Puck away to Castellanos. Takes that shot into the midsection of Austin Kirby. 14:35 left to play.
But see, that line right there did an outstanding job of using each other. They had their heads up. They were looking for each other. The movement on the passes were extremely smooth and crisp and sharp. They did a really nice job on that one. A nice job of attacking. And that's what we saw yesterday out of Eastern. They constantly attacked, so hopefully they stay with that style. And that'll give San Jose a lot of problems.
Absolutely. And that was I think that's how you're going to have to score against Czech Lennis, is those dirty, gritty, in the crease goals, because he's seeing everything through traffic no matter where they're shooting from. He's able to stop them on the breakaways. Sometimes the best way to win a game is just to get down and dirty in that blue paint.
Well, it is, and that comes to the passing. The line, they're going to be a high stick on San Jose. There's no question about that one. But they did a really nice job of just moving that puck, and that was by the passing. They weren't trying to skate by anybody. They were using the passing ability that all the Eagles have this year on this team, and so that was good to see, because it definitely gave them some life. You could see that.
And that penalty is going to send Zlochevsky to the box. 2 minutes for a high stick at 5:45 of the third period. Another chance here for Eastern Washington. If they can score here, this might be a brand new hockey game, Gary.
Oh, that'll definitely put a ton of pressure on the Spartans.
Kaiser down in the corner, going to chop it back to Dinwiddie along the yellow runner. Kaiser with it again behind the end line. He's going to go all the way up top to Florko. Florko through traffic. Sliding Czech Lennis able to deflect that through traffic. Florko again, this time a wide left. On the far side, holding the puck is Lusk. Lusk all the way across to Kaiser, and he just can't get it at the last second. A good look there by the Eagles. Now coming the other direction is Arquero. And that's going to be a trip called against Florko. So there goes that 5-on-4 opportunity for the Eagles.
I thought that looked like a nice little hip check that Florko put out there on that one. That was,
the thing that's getting Eastern Washington in trouble at this point is it seems like every time that they make a big hit, they end up in the box, for good or for bad.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That one deflected into the neutral zone. Losing his skates is Smith. 2-on-2 opportunity for the Spartans. That one sent wide into the corner. 1:10 left of 4-on-4 hockey. Garcia back behind the net. He's going to take it to the far side. Couple steps towards the goal. Off of Austin Kirby, bouncing out front. And now Smith just going to send that all the way down the ice, rolling straight towards Czech Lennis. He's going to slow it up. On the far side is Castellanos. Garcia with it, kicked away. And now Hofacker looking to chase that down the ice, but the first player there is Cole. He surveys, sends it to his own man in the center of the ice, and no, the first player there was Kaiser. He's going to use his shoulder there into the wall. Backside, what a save by Austin Kirby. Moving from his right to his left, legs closed, knocked that one right off of the stick of the Spartans. A big save there to keep this one within reach for the Eagles.
Extremely nice play by Austin on that one. Really nice movement by him. He tracked it down really well. Here we go. Hofacker has a break.
Hofacker. And Kaiser not able to hold up at the blue line. And an offside call. Maybe one of the more promising chances for the Eagles tonight. And again, early on in the season, that type of stuff, the timing, that's stuff that comes as these players play more games together, practice more, feel each other coming down the ice more. It's just an early season mishap there for the Eagles.
Oh, no question about that. You know, you give Eastern another month. They're going to be an outstanding hockey team this year. They got some talent.
And they are now on the power penalty kill for the final 30 seconds of this penalty to Florko. And the Eagles not playing like they're on the penalty kill here. Very heavy forecheck pressure. Now a 2-on-2 opportunity. That one poked back into the zone. 10 seconds left. Here comes Kaiser. Kaiser's got one more man to beat. Again, in and out. And somehow another big save by Czech Lennis on Reed Kaiser. And Eastern Washington back to full strength. 5-a-side hockey, 11:35 to go. The Eagles looking for an opportunity here, and another offside call here.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate thing. The puck didn't slide over the blue line quick enough. But I liked what Eastern did that time. You called it. They were attacking. They didn't. You wouldn't have noticed that they were a man down, and that's how they're going to be able to play. Just open it up, use their speed. They gave the Spartans fit right on that power play.
11:25 left to play. Stevenson picks up that puck, ends up kicking it all the way back to Chalner. Chalner now going to chase the puck around the near side. Stevenson there knocks a player off from behind him. Touched up in the neutral zone by Cortez, but now back on the stick of Zlochevsky for the Spartans. Near side here is Dysart, the captain, across the blue line. He's got Roth in the middle. That's where he goes. Roth not able to corral that one. Bouncing puck out front, sent over to the far side. Zlochevsky looking to go out front to Roth, and now Cortez loses it at his feet, just trying to clear the zone. Cortez having a hard time finding the puck there. Dysart now giving chase. Back behind the net. He comes together with Tierney, and it's going to be a delayed penalty against the Spartans. Good move there by Smith to continue to hold off his defender. Get that shot off. We have an interference call. 9:47 of this third period against the Spartans.
I'll tell you one thing I've noticed tonight with the Eagles. I've been really impressed with their defensemen, all of them. They have played extremely well tonight, even though it's 4-1 score. They have played a solid game.
Florko there off of the pads of the Spartans netminder Zlochevsky. A couple of players coming together. That's probably, my guess, going to be a boarding down here behind the net on Eastern Washington.
I don't know the way things are being called. I'm not sure that, but I'm going to stay with their defensemen. I mean, so impressed with Florko. Jeannie Eric's that solid game. Turney is playing extremely well. You just go down all their defensemen they have just played extremely well tonight. And so, if you're an Eagles fan, you have got to be extremely excited about this year. Even though they're losing 4-1, they're going to have an outstanding hockey club.
Definitely. It's still early on in the season, still 28 games to play after tonight. And we're back to 4-on-4 hockey, 10:01 left in the third. 1:49 left in the 4-on-4. So the power play itself probably not likely to hurt Eastern Washington. It's only 11 seconds, but not having a power play, I think, is going to have a bigger impact.
Well, that was true. I think Eastern's trying to open it up a little bit more, so that will hurt them on that one. But I think they can learn off of this game, how they change their style, and it's a great stepping stone for them. You can take a lot of great teachable moments off of this game.
Shot taken and smothered by Austin Kirby.
See, and again, I go back with Kirby. He's had a solid game. 4 goals went in. 3 of them, there's no way you can fault him because of the traffic in front of him. He would like that 1 goal back, but he's played a solid game tonight for Eastern.
He absolutely has. And now another opportunity for San Jose State in the Eastern Washington end of the ice.
I'll tell you, Smith has sure stood out tonight also. He's really exerted himself, which is good to see for a new player, but he's really standing out tonight.
He's got an assist, his first assist as an Eastern Washington Eagle.
Well, just the way he's playing, his passing has been incredible tonight, and he's setting up his teammates really well.
Good defense there by Best chases Lochevsky all the way back behind his own net. Spartans content with just wasting some time here. Kaiser has the puck, looks to turn, gets planted hard into the boards. 35 seconds left on the minor penalty to Dysart. Rossi with it. Pushed ahead, 24 seconds now on the 4-on-4. Tierney with it. Not able to get that pass off. Now a one-on-one situation. Garcia and Cheney. Garcia around Cheney, bouncing puck out front, and Tierney there to clean it up for his netminder.
Well, that was a nice angle Cheney took. That gave Kirby plenty of room to spot where the San Jose Spartan player was going to take a shot from. Nice play by Acha.
And out of the box comes Dysart. Puck bounces right to him. And with 3 seconds left on the Spartans power play, that one deflected up into the netting. You can't ask for a better way to exit the penalty box than that. Dysart got his second skate on the ice, put his stick down, and the puck just hit him right in the tape.
He's another player that's had a really good series up here for the Spartans. But you got to tip your hat to San Jose State. They stuck with their game plan. They decided to continue playing their style they did yesterday. You got to give them credit. But Eastern has shown a lot of promise, especially in the third period. They're opening up a little bit more. You can see it, and it's giving San Jose a little bit of problem.
Here comes Flood again on the left side. He's got Smith on the near side. Flood looking to drag that between his skates there. Now near side there to pick it up with a full head of steam is Arquero. That shot's going to go wide and all the way back to the San Jose State end of the ice. 7:32 to play. Garcia now on the far side. Stops, turns, tries to get it to a yellow jersey in the center of the ice. This one back again to the Spartan zone.
Well, one good thing the coaching staff can do is they can look at how the penalties have affected them the last two games. And so that comes down to really discipline out of their players. And I think they're going to focus on that heavily because I don't know how many penalties they've had tonight, but they're accumulating quite a bit. And that just comes back to, okay, self-awareness.
I don't need my calculator for that. My sheet is labeled tonight. 8 penalties for Eastern Washington so far, but 9 for the Spartans.
Yeah, but the difference is the style that they're playing. The Spartans, they're playing like they did last night. They opened up. Eastern went more defensive style tonight. And plus their penalties were costly and the time that they took it. So there's a couple differences on even though San Jose has more. I'm sure their coaching staff is going to talk to them about also on their discipline in this series also.
.6:13 to play. This one back out into the neutral zone. Remember to stick around after the game. A big hit atop the Pack 8 logo for the 3 Stars presentation presented by the Eagles Hockey Booster Club. If you're not a booster, you want to sign up, you can do that at Eagles Hockey Boosters, EaglesHockeyBoosters.com. You can also find them on Facebook. Chance here for Kaiser. He's out behind the defense. Is he going to catch up to the puck? He does. Looks to go 5-hole. And aims just a couple inches too high. Catches Czech Lennis right in the midsection.
I'll tell you one thing. You got to give San Jose State's coaching staff a lot of kudos because they've decided just to play Kaiser straight up. They're going to flood everybody they have to slow him down and take him out of the play. And it's worked so far today. They've done a really nice job against him.
Fighting for the puck behind the net. 5.5 left to play. Eastern Washington with it. A chance now coming down the ice for Eastern. Lusk has it. Beats out that icing call. Looking for Chalner up top. Goes to Kaiser who shoots and scores. Reed Kaiser goes top shelf.
He got loose, Tyler. He got loose. They didn't have a guy by him. And after I was giving the coach that, but he stuck by him and San Jose couldn't pick up where he was at. And that's what happened. He buried the net on that one. Well, you never know with 5:09 left.
A 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey. We'll see if Eastern Washington can capitalize on that. Looks like the Eagles going to take a timeout here.
Well, hopefully they decide, no, we're just going to go for it. Forget about defense. We're going to go for it. Because if you look at their defense, but a lot of them like they're offensive minded. You look at Florco is one of them. Eric's is another one. You got Turney definitely likes to do a little bit of offense. So you could go ahead and pinch your D in because the way they've been playing it, they only need the one D back for it. And I would just crowd everything and put a lot of pressure on San Jose. See if the Spartans can handle it. Because you really don't have anything to lose. You might as well just attack on it and just go relentless on it. See if they can slow them down. Because definitely Eastern has momentum. You can see it. They're all talking to each other right now, and I think they got a life on that goal.
And we'll see if they can capitalize on it. 5:09 left to play in the 5:09. Here, the second game of the weekend between the Eagles and the Spartans. Good save there by Kirby, sticking that one away on the wraparound attempt. Backhand shot out front by Zlochevsky. Nothing doing. Zlochevsky trying to fight off Lusk for that. And here comes Lusk on the far side. Has it taken off of his stick on the Spartan half of the neutral zone. Arquero able to bring it into the zone, but can't get it any further than Florco. And they're going to say hand pass with 4:17 to play.
It'll be interesting if the Eagles can score within the next 2 minutes. Then the whole momentum will shift and all the pressure will be on the Spartans on that one. So hopefully they can snap one in. And then you got to start wondering, you brought it up yesterday, when's Eastern going to pull their goaltender? Are they going to be conservative? They're going to go early. That's another interesting call, which is a tough call. By no means I'm downplaying that. That's a hard call when you decide you're going to pull your netminder, but something to think about.
Hofacker on the far side. He gets that caught on something on the boards, and it stays out of the zone.
And that kid's had an outstanding game tonight. Jeez, he's played well.
Garcia there again, looking to disrupt Eastern Washington. This one pushed ahead just to the edge of the crease. Cole knocked off of the puck behind his own net. Garcia now for the Spartans trying to send it down the ice, and he's going to. It's not touched up. So when the Eagles player gets there, that will be icing. 3:31 left to play.
But the Seas fan a little bit of pep in their step after that last goal, and that's nice to see that. Okay, they've decided, okay, let's go for it. We're going to open it up a little bit and see what happens.
Face-off coming glove side of Czech Lennis. Bring it up the left side now. Are the Spartans just wide of the net goes Arquero. Best with it now, coming through the neutral zone. He's going to send it off into the corner. Keeping an eye on Kirby. 2:59 left to play. He's still firmly in his crease. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. 2:27 left to play. Eastern down 4-2 to the San Jose State Spartans. Spartans playing incredibly well this weekend. Hofacker able to hold on to that, brings it into the zone, thinks about taking the shot. In the neutral zone is Tierney. Under 2 to play. Kirby still firmly in his goal. Zlochevsky across the blue line, fires that, kicked away by Kirby. Straight to the stick of Dysart. He's going to send it off to the near side. Keep an eye on the netminder as Kaiser comes across the blue line. Kaiser takes that shot, has it kicked away, 1:30 to play. And now here come the Spartans, a 3-on-1 opportunity. Dysart on the far side. Zlochevsky on the near side. Shot missed. And Kaiser going to take it down the ice. Heading to the bench now is Kirby. Kaiser still with the puck. Takes it, backhand shot, score! Reed Kaiser, his second goal of the contest.
But again, what really Eastern did a nice job of there, and I don't know who it was. He ran interference. The Spartans went after the lone guy. They left Kaiser alone again, and I wasn't sure if it was Best or Lusk. They set that up really well because the Spartans went toward them. I think they were thinking Reed was going to pass the puck, and so they went toward him wide open. Now it's a new game, 59 seconds left. You don't know what can happen right now. There's a timeout. I think the Spartans called that one. But that was a great example of you setting up your teammates, wide open shot, and the Spartans went for it. That's what happens. They really nice job by Eastern on that goal.
Absolutely. It's the final minute of this game could be wild.
Well, especially if they decide to keep Kirby out, so they're going to basically have a man advantage on that one. But I liked what happened on that one. Eastern pinched their D-man in. They had one guy back and didn't cost him because he did a nice job of riding the player out, and I think that was Eriks that was out there that did that. That's what I was talking about earlier. They could go ahead and pinch their D because they got so many offensive-minded defensemen. It doesn't hurt them, and that they demonstrated on that one. Nice job all the way around by the Eagles. They put Kirby back in for right now.
Looks like he's going to have to at least defend off one shot there. Now Dinwoody back behind the net. We'll see if Kirby takes off again. Eastern Washington not able to maintain possession here to give Kirby a chance to head down the ice. 40 seconds left to play. Spartans do a good job tying it up in the corner. That's Garcia over there. Now back to Garcia. 30 seconds left in the contest. This is going to go back behind the net. Eastern Washington, one final opportunity to come down the ice. And Kirby heading to the bench again. A big hit by Kaiser. 12 seconds left, and that's going to be a penalty, I believe, on Reed Kaiser. Not something you want to take this late in the contest.
No, but I saw what Reed was doing on that one. And actually, that he's going in the penalty box, but that's what he did was he's trying to ride the guy off. He went in a little bit hard on him. So, yeah, he's in the box. That's going to probably seal it. But that was a heads-up play. You can see what Reed was trying to do. He was trying to free up, I think it was Best behind the net. And just got too much of the player. But that was a heads-up play by Reed. There's no question about that.
So 11.2 left. Face-off coming to the Eastern Washington end of the ice. And as a reminder, we'll be doing the 3 Stars presentation, the conclusion of the contest. Face-off coming, far side. This one squirts through the crease. 5 seconds left to play. Eastern not going to get another chance down the ice. They're going to fall to the San Jose Spartans 4-3, and I kind of expected this as the players going at it after the game, so pushing and shoving.
Oh,
they're
we
being
got a
pulled
problem
apart.
right there. Flood took off the bench. I don't know if the referee saw him.
There's a couple of players that.
Well, he came in defense of another because there's a San Jose player that's darted down there too, and so I think he was just making sure that the player didn't interrupt. See, right now they're both talking to each other, so that was more a precautionary measure by both of those players.
It was, and we'll be back with the 3 stars presented by the Eastern Washington University Hockey, the Eagles Hockey Booster Club, in just a moment. Sean Smith getting the first star here, Gary. An impressive performance in his second game as an Eagle.
Oh, he had an outstanding game tonight.
Reed Kaiser there, his second game of the season, 2 goals. He's now averaging a point per game. Had a rough first couple periods because of the number 1 star, who is the netminder Nicholas Cheklenis from San Jose State. 33 saves today.
That kid played outstanding for 2 games. I hate to say it, but I think he was the difference in both games. But I tell you, if you're an Eastern fan, you've got to be excited about this club this year. You have to be excited about them. They're going to be outstanding.
Both of these teams played absolutely phenomenal this weekend. I wish that they could just play each other 30 times this year. I don't know that we'd make it through game 4 or 5, but it'd be a heck of an entertaining season. I expect to see San Jose at the conference tournament here at the end of the year.
No question about it. And again, if you're an Eastern fan, top to bottom, they are going to be really solid this year. I love their new players. They blended in really well with the vets. You could see how they played the last 10 minutes. They played like that, and they did yesterday. They're going to be fine this year. They're going to win a ton of games. But I think it's Barrel House time, Tyler.
I think it is, Gary. We'll see you guys back here in a couple of weeks. Thanks to our camera gal, Ashley, to our graphics gal, Kayla. For Gary Allen, my name's Tyler Pisani. For everybody at Eastern Washington University Eagles Hockey, it's time to say good night, go Eags, and we'll see you at the Barrel House.